Good morning, everybody. It is 3:15. I had an Amazon block and I decided to cancel it. But instead, I'm going to do Uber Eats at 3:15 in the morning. I've never done this, so let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm almost to the McDonald's. Is McDonald's even open at 3:25 in the morning? I have no idea. I have never. Okay, I'm sure if this video gets watched, I am sure, and I only say that because it's going to be my first video, but I am sure that people are going to say, you are out at, oh look, there's a, I saw somebody's Uber driver light on. That's so funny. You're out at 3 in the morning. But you know, I was born and raised here, and I feel really like this is my home. So I feel very comfortable. Oh my gosh, look, McDonald's built a new entrance where you could, I think, where you can kind of swoop in. All right, let's see if they, there's not a line or anything. Let's see if they have the order. Okay, let's see what happens here. I don't hear anything. Yes, I'm picking up for Uber. Thanks. Picking up for Uber? Yes, thank you. Okay, well, look at that. No line. Okay, I wonder if they're picking up, I'm like, I wonder if they're picking up those scooters. That's what I first started doing. That was like my first gig, economy contracting position. Shall I call it a position? Okay, now we're heading to Velvet Taco. I cannot believe that it was just that simple. It was ready to go. They're open. I didn't realize Velvet Taco was open though. Is this right? Velvet Taco? Yeah, that's what it says. Okay, you all. I know there's no cars out here, but I cannot look at two phones at one time. So I will be back. You would think that at 3:29 in the morning, there would be no traffic. There's more traffic than I imagined there would be. Okay, so I'm heading to Velvet Taco. I eat at Velvet Taco. I was gonna say I love Velvet Taco. I don't know if I say I love it, but they do have a really nice beer battered cauliflower taco. So if you have a Velvet Taco near you, you might want to try that one. And the chicken and waffle taco is also one of my favorites. So, all right, let's see if Velvet Taco is open. So like I was saying, I had a Amazon Flex block for $87.50 for 3.5 hours, and that would be great because if sometimes I've gone to do a flex block and the station is closed, or okay, let's see what's happening here at Velvet Taco. I don't know, but do you see, like, there's fast moving cars here. Even though there's just one, I want to be on the streets all by myself. All right, let's see if Velvet Taco is open or closed or what. I see cars. I'm gonna park here. Like, oh my gosh, there's people in there. There's people in Velvet Taco. How late do they stay open? Okay, so they are open until 4, and they actually had the order. A ton of orders. So maybe I'll get some more. Let's see. 1.1 miles to my drop-off. And I did check before I accepted the order. by zooming in. Most of you probably know that if you do Uber.
Turn left on 20th Avenue South.
But if you happen to be watching this video and you're new to Uber, one thing I don't always do, but I'm starting to do more, is zoom in to the location so I can make sure it's not an apartment. Especially right now, like I don't really want to do apartments unless I can meet somebody outside. But yeah, so it's not very far, just 3 minutes away.
Turn left on Grand Avenue.
And it was saying that these two orders were going to be paying something like $14 and some change. So, oh, I guess I can do this. You all please work with me with my camera.
Turn left on Music Square East.
With my camera skills. I promise it will improve. All right, so what I was saying about the Amazon Flex block is $87.50 is pretty solid for 3.5 hour block for me. And sometimes those blocks, depending on how many packages they're gonna have at the station, sometimes it's less than 3.5 hours, but especially early in the morning like this, which is why I usually, when I was doing a lot of Amazon Flex blocks, in the summer, I loved this time because there's no traffic. As you can see, there's hardly, like right here, there is no traffic. In the neighborhoods, it's quiet. Sometimes I would see like the full moon in the early morning hours. I was gonna say the moon rise, but it was more like the moon was already out. But it was just so beautiful. It was it's such a beautiful time to be out. But today I am needing to make at least 160, 170 on Uber Eats, because I don't do Uber rideshare. I've had this app for, I think, going on 6 years, and I've never once done rideshare. My car, oh my goodness, you all, my cars are really much cleaner now because I've been able to get 2 new cars, but with the help of gifts from my parents, I will say. One of them was, okay, hold up, I think this is taking me through a parking lot. That's so weird. And these are the Uber directions. Okay, so it was like the back of I don't want to get too many things away, but or like show people's, this is, it's so interesting actually recording drop-offs. I've watched a gazillion of them. Here's one that is not gonna be a go for me. Okay, yeah. All right, people, I'm off to the next stop. All right, I am off to my next stop. And then I got a $13 order. What was that sound? I got a $13 order, but it was not 9 miles. I like to do the $2.
Turn left on 17th Avenue South.
$2 per mile ratio at least. But I liked the $13. I think it was $13.99. Oh, here, let's look at this, because I can't flip the camera. I like the $13, so that's why I took that one. But okay, so what I was saying is, The $85 flex or $87 flex block is great because I know I'm going to get this amount for at the most 3.5 hours plus the time it takes to drive there. So I do I'd much rather take orders that or accept orders or
In
accept
a quarter mile, turn left on 18th Avenue South using the left lane.
accept deliveries that are like close to $100 for one block of time. That way I'm done quicker, and I had to stop recording because I was like, hold on, the Uber map was telling me to make a U-turn. That was not correct. Have you found that the Uber map or the Uber directions don't always know what they're talking about? You all, this looks so suspect. Like, it says open, but does that look open to you? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's find out. Says open, completely locked. So, yeah, here's the thing. Uber Eats stopped paying anything for us to come out if a restaurant is closed. That is no good. No good at all. So I feel like it's very exploitive. And if you're watching this and you're an Uber customer, which I use Uber, but only for pickup normally, I think there needs to be a change to that. And customers are the ones that can make that happen. So I would start blasting Uber on X as a customer, saying it's exploitive to have a delivery driver drive out to pick up an order, and then if the location is closed, they get nothing.
Correct. Please press 1 or stay on the line. If you're calling about something else, please press 2.
All right, let's see what happens. I'm going to ask for a supervisor.
Before I transfer you, I just need to verify your date of birth. Using your touchtone keypad, enter 2 digits for the month, 2 digits
Y'all hear
for
that? So I'm on hold. Let me turn this down a little bit. I'm on hold because they first have to confirm that the restaurant is closed. So I said that I need compensation for this because I drove out here. It is like 3 a.m. and I gotta have compensation for this. So let's see what happens. I'll tell you how long I'm on hold. Currently, this call is, let's see, 3 minutes. All right, everybody. So what have I learned? Delivering at 3 a.m, I have learned to stick with the restaurants that I know for sure are open. And because I've never done this before, I don't know what restaurants are open at 3 a.m. So yeah. They quote documented. I hope they really did document. You know, sometimes when I talk to agents, they say they're going to document and then they don't. But hopefully this one did, and they said that there are no supervisors available right now. Let's see what we've got. Hold on. Okay, $7. 8 miles. Heading not in the direction of my house. Absolutely not. I think what I'm going to do is probably just head back home and call it call it a night, because or call it a morning, for right now because, well, that was the experiment, and the experiment went the way you saw. Let's see what we've got. $5, 7.5 miles, and absolutely not. Nah, we're not doing that. Can I say I see some ridiculous driving out here? Look at this car, you all. Look at this. There's all this space, and this car is on that other car's beep. Okay, so what is this? What is this? What is the point of that? Yeah, I get a little frustrated when I'm out here. And usually if I find myself getting really frustrated driving and getting all like grouchy and grumpy and and all of that, and internally scratchy and tight, and I know it's time for me to get off the road. So but I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to go and wait near Whole Foods and see what, well, it's a whole hour. What am I going to do for an hour? Let's see what I find to do for an hour. Okay, I'm parked under a street light. Like Whole Foods is further down this parking. You really can't see that, but Whole Foods is over there. And I'm just over here. I think I might sleep or something. Maybe I'll take a nap while I'm waiting. But usually around 5:20 is when the first, like if there's going to be instant offers to come out for 6 o'clock delivery, they usually come through around 5:20 a.m. So maybe I will watch some editing videos, or I'm not sure. I need to turn my lights off though. Oh look, wait, there's an Uber Eats. This is not one I'm taking, but let's take a look at it. Can you see that? $6.40 from Taco Bell, 14 miles. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. Oh my goodness. There's nothing that's open around here, so this is not the best place to wait for Uber Eats. So what I have learned, here's another one. $10, another Taco Bell, Murfreesboro Road. 16.3 miles. Absolutely not. So you all, I am working on my own business because I have been in, and you have to excuse the blurry video here, but I've been in this gig economy since 2019. I think my first gig app that I ever used was Instacart, and then actually no, before that it was Lime Scooters, which I think is now owned by somebody else. I don't know who, but I would go and collect the Lime scooters, put them in the trunk of my Toyota Corolla, and charge them in my living room, roll them into my house. I have a ramp, a wooden ramp, roll them up the ramp, into the house, into the living room, plug them up in the living room. I bought extra chargers, still have those chargers, so that's something to sell. Maybe there's still people out there that charge those Lime scooters and would buy them. But yeah, I bought extra chargers. I think I had like 7 at a time. If I can find a picture, I will insert it here so you could see my setup. I don't know if I ever took a picture, but I'll look and see. But that's what I started with, charging Lime scooters. And that was fun because I got to ride the scooters around from any place that I would need to pick them up, and ride them to my car. Okay, let's see what this is. Hold on. Jack in the Box. Oh, no. 15 miles for $9.68. And it's going... Oh, it's not going far from where I am, but I'd have to go all the way over here to get it. So that's a no. I have to admit, if it wasn't for making this video, I would be like, this is absolutely not worth it. I do not, I am not one to sit in my car and wait, because it's really not that comfortable, and I really do like comfort. So yeah, I am going to probably, like I said, take a nap. But I started with Lime scooters. I'll finish the story up. I started with Lime scooters and Instacart, and then added Shipt, and dropped the Lime scooters, and then just did Instacart and Shipt, and was really, that was in 2019 though, before the pandemic. So it was a completely different time. Let me know if you remember, if you happen to see this video and you remember those days, and you've been in contracting with various gig apps for that many years. Let me know if you remember the days of Instacart in 2019. The orders were fantastic, but they used to be even better than what they were in 2019. Hold on, let's see what this is. All right, we've got $6.60 crystals, 5.8 miles, so that's enough. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up this segment, but so I've been in this for a long time, and it's time for me. When I first got in it, I was already thinking of my own business. I was like, because I could see so many things that I wanted to change, improve upon, especially on the customer side. There were customers who were like, could you go over here and shop this for me? And I would have oh, there's a cat. I would have loved to do that, but it didn't allow me to on the app. So I looked at Dumpling, looked at starting my own shopping service. And I actually was approached by a woman in a parking lot, literally random, after I got deactivated from Shipt, which can be a story for another time, if that's something you all would be interested in hearing. My deactivation from Shipt, which was really tough, because Shipt was bringing in most of my income, and for it just to go away like that with no warning, it shook me. And that's when I said I have to have something for myself. But it wasn't time, because instead I diversified the gig apps that I was working even more, because I never wanted to be in a position where I was relying on just a few of these apps and then something happens. So I definitely advocate anybody who and this is full time for me. I do this full time, and I've done it full time for income since, like I said, 2019. So I've been wanting to document my experience. It's just I'm so involved in. I'm very active when I'm out, because I like to take I've always liked to take the highest offers for the least amount of time, so that I could go and do something else. And I'm usually thinking, reflecting, journaling, writing while I'm, and not like writing, but like doing audio messages while I'm driving. So I've never really been able to have a camera on. And so this channel is going to be a channel pretty much like my life channel. And right now, a lot of what is happening in my life is I'm working these gig apps, but there's probably going to be other things that come on this channel. Could be me sharing about starting my business, because I would say to anybody who is working working the gig apps, independent contracting, and you're doing it full time, and you want to grow, you want to be able to scale your income and create more income. I have personally noticed for myself, and I can't say this is everybody's experience, but I've noticed that there's only so much, there's a limit, there's a ceiling. Whereas when you run your own business, it's limitless. It really is, at least the limit. If there are limits, it's where your capacity determines. Here, it's the companies that are determining like how much they're going to pay for base pay. And so there's the cat again, just having itself a great time. Me and the black cat hanging out at 4:38 in the morning. Okay, so yeah, well, I'm gonna either sleep or listen to some YouTubes myself, learn some things, and then I'll let you all know if there's any more orders, or once it's 5:20, if I've got any instant offers here at Whole Foods. I am at Starbucks, and also excuse the super grainy video when I'm on camera. But look at this. Oh, there's actually 2 people in Starbucks. How is that even possible? I was gonna say, look, there's nobody in Starbucks, because it's 4:54 in the morning. I get to park in the fire lane. Hooray! And the one thing that I love about having this EV, because I'm in and out, this is one of the perks of having an EV, and this is the Chevy Bolt. If you have any questions about getting an EV, let me know, because I specifically got this car for delivery. But it's great for even if you don't do delivery and you just do local drives, even a little bit further out, like if you have a 50-mile commute one way and back, you could work with it. But I'm charging this on a 120 volt charger at home, so I have not gotten a level 2 or anything, and the free chargers around the city. So yeah, if you have any questions about having an EV, using an EV for delivery work or not, please put them in the comments. I would love to share any information that I have. All right, let's go in and pick up these 2 orders. They were almost ready, and off we go. I dropped my phone because I don't know how you all who like record your pickups and drop-offs, I have no idea how you do it. Do you just carry the 2 phones in your hand, or do you have it strapped to your body? Do you have a GoPro? Like, what do y'all do out there? If you let me know, please, because I'm like, this just holding 2 phones in my hand is not really working very well. Okay, so please excuse my stuff that's down there, but trust me, this is really neat for my car. Okay, so I am 1 minute and 0.8 miles away from the drop-off. What have I learned? If I'm going to deliver early in the morning, make sure whoops, make sure I get the right one. That's always important. Not that one. So I really appreciate this customer. They left their Uber passcode, and they also said just to leave it in the lobby. So that is great. Okay, I can't do this. I can't do this holding. I have a tool. I have a little tool that I open the doors with. Call me a germaphobe if you want, but I like my tool. So yeah, they said to leave it in the lobby, and they gave me their code. So that's awesome. Really appreciate, whoops. My bad about the finger there. Really appreciate when customers do that. Let's see, take a photo. And oh, oops. Maybe they gave me the code to get in the lobby? Gosh, I don't know. It says, no, their Uber Eats code is this. They said leave it in the front lobby. I'm assuming this is the front lobby, but they don't need a code. That's really strange. There's no code needed. I don't understand. I don't get that. But okay, on to the next stop. Okay, they met me in the lobby, so that was lovely. This was an assisted living community that I just dropped off to here. And now let's see, it is 5:18 a.m. and okay, so definitely for me on a Sunday, starting at 3:20 in the morning. So it is definitely in comparison to the block that I had for what was that again? The Amazon warehouse delivery block, compared to going out and just doing random Uber Eats orders at 3 in the morning. No comparison. No comparison. No comparison. I really do want to start reporting the mileage and everything, and I have a mileage tracker, but I may make a note of the miles when I get in the car, and then when I finish that segment, so that you all can know how many miles I drove and all that good stuff. So it is 5:20 and I'm heading back to the Whole Foods, and I will come back and let you all know if there was an instant offer. All right, everybody. Well, I was in the Whole Foods parking lot and I did not receive an instant offer, but I did receive a Dunkin' Donuts offer, and I am heading to pick that up right now. I'm, what does that say, 6 minutes away, 2.7 miles, and then I'll be heading back this way, so it'll still keep me in the vicinity. So if there is instant offers that are available, I'll still be in the area. I suppose I'll do that for another, like, it's 5:35 right now. I will probably, I just can't believe, like, had that Roma pizza order actually been available, I'd definitely be higher in my total, but it's just pitiful. Like, it's pitiful. It's pitiful, pitiful, pitiful. I never, to be honest, Uber Eats is not an app that I use as a primary, because the offers there are just so low. I also had DoorDash. I don't know if I still do, but I never really...
In 2 miles, turn right.
Oh, I didn't like all of the calisthenics, all of the hoops, all of the different things you need to do and have to... no, I can't do that. I have a bunch of apps available, have them all running, pick from the best every time type of person. So I could never really get with the DoorDash. So I'm like, oh, I wonder if DoorDash has any offers. But right now, really the point of me doing Uber is because my direct deposits for Bank of America, I'm laughing because I'm like, I'm gonna tell the story. But yeah, my direct deposit for Bank of America was not high enough this month in order to waive the $12 fee. And I don't want to pay the $12 fee. I just don't want to do that. So that means I need to get a direct. Okay, so I slow down, and then the truck like basically stopped. They were coming up real close, but they turned. Yeah, so I said I would look for something that could. Normally I've got Amazon. You all, I'm just like talking. I guess that's what you do on here on YouTube. It's kind of all new to me, right? I'm just starting this channel. So it's a new experience sharing all this much. But and then sometimes I feel a little nervous, like, oh, is that quote too much to share? But who determines if it's too much to share? Really, it's us, right? It's our channels. So whatever we want to share, we share. That's what I'm learning. If you're ever in Nashville, Pancake Pantry, pretty decent pancakes there. Though I will say the pineapple upside down pancake at Snooze in East Nashville, if you're in Nashville and you like pineapple upside down pancakes, try that one. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so I'm gonna get off of here and pick up this Dunkin' order. Let's see what's in the order. I always like to see what I'm getting here. Oh, I can't see it. It's time to go. I'll let you know later. Hey, look. We are already at the Dunkin'. No, we are not. This is not the Dunkin'. That's the wrong Dunkin'. I just turned into the wrong. I thought I was going to the Dunkin' right here. I'm actually going to the Dunkin' a little bit further down. Look at that. I was so excited. All right, I've got the Dunkin'. I really don't have any space next to me, so that's where I keep my bag, even though it's usually straight up. So I don't know what's happening here, but and that's where it's gonna ride for now. And we are off. We are looking for 225. Where are you? 225 is right here. Awesome. This takes so long. Oh my gosh. Does it take long for you all? Delivered. Woohoo. And like I said, that's a no. Like I said, I really appreciate the EV because I can just leave it on and it's just sitting here. Yeah. So that's awesome. All right, so what I've decided is that it's almost 6 o'clock and I'm going to see, I'm close to the Whole Foods again. So I think I'll probably stay, am I going to stay right over here? Am I going to go to the Whole Foods? I'm going to look at, what I'm about to do is look at the route to Walmart, because it's close to the 6 o'clock drop for the Walmart Spark. And I will, since apparently this is like, let's see what happens early on a Sunday morning video, with all the apps, except, like I said, I actually have Instacart on as well, but I'm not doing any DoorDash. I don't really do the DoorDash, like I said. So I've got Uber Eats, Instacart. I'm going to turn on Walmart Spark, and I have Amazon Flex all on right now, and or the instant offer button toggled on. I don't have any blocks for Amazon, as we talked about, because I forfeited the block. So if it wasn't for me recording this video, I might be a little frustrated with having forfeited that block. But at the same time, the thing that I want the most is to create my own business, and so, or to have other streams of income, like I hope you all do. If you all are doing gig economy for full-time income, my hope for anybody out there that's doing that is that, because you've got gifts, you have talents, you have gifts, you have skills, and if you so desire, you can have your own business. You're already there. Like, you're already in that like realm of your own business. If you're doing this full time, at least for me, that's what I know about myself. And I would imagine it's possibly true for some of you out there, if not all of you out there, who are doing this full time. So I would say, start asking yourself, what is it that, I'd like to do for income besides this? That is me working for me. That's still me working for me. That's still, me choosing my hours and whatever it is about the gig economy that you like. So if you want to share with me, I'd love to hear, or share with the others. I would love for this to be a community, really, truly a community where we get to know each other through the comments. Maybe there'll be a Facebook page that I'll start later on, a Facebook group page, possibly, if there's enough interest in something like that. One where we share tips, pointers, and just have a place, because when your primary work is the gig apps, one thing that I have noticed is, hold on, let me turn the camera around. It's still dark, so you probably can't see me that well. But one thing that I've noticed for me is that I miss having coworkers, and so that's what YouTube has offered me. That's why I watch YouTube. I've always watched YouTube videos ever since I started with gig apps, contracting with these gig companies. I watch these YouTubes and it's like, I enjoy getting to know you all through the YouTube land. And I would love to create a space like that for people who are also in the gig economy as well. There's all kinds of Facebook pages already with people who are in gig apps or do gig apps, or for income. But the space that I would want to create would be, it have a certain vibe to it, like a real positive, upbeat, encouraging, we're here to connect, be friends, and make friends vibe type of thing. So yeah, if you're interested in that, I will start a Facebook group. I've started a few Facebook groups before. So let me know in the comments if you're interested in that. And if I have enough interest, I would be happy to start that and invite everybody to come so that we can, it's like, oh, if we're in the same city, we might want to go out and meet up for lunch or whatever. You might not like that if you're listening to this video and you're like, look, I do these gig apps because I don't want to talk to people. But I actually would love to meet other people. So it could be a gathering place. Hey, look at that. So if I had taken the what was I saying? Amazon Flex block that I had, if I had done that, I would not be doing any of this videoing, because with Amazon, the package deliveries, there is a timer on that thing. And so, I mean, it's not technically, but it is, because you have to get the orders there in this particular time frame. You all know if you do it. And sometimes it could be tight. And I get in a flow, and I just like to do one package after the other. So this has really given me an opportunity to explore sharing about this part of my life that I wouldn't have if I hadn't have canceled that block. So see, all things do work together. They can work together. All things can have a purpose, even if it's like not what we think it is originally, if that made sense. All right, so still no Whole Foods. Still no Whole Foods. So I'm going to start heading over to towards Walmart. I haven't moved because I only like to travel the minimal amount. Like I really look at keeping the miles as low as I possibly can with these apps. So yeah, I don't know if there's any other place to park that's still en route to Walmart, but would keep me right here on the street. But let's go find out.